First off, how is the squad looking after the international break?
Yeah, good. It's we've had a good period to rest and work. So some players that have played a lot of minutes, they absolutely need that rest. So do all the players because everyone's in it together and ready to play. So we've had the rest and we've had the training and we've had the breather. But it's really important that our minds come straight back on for the first game after international break, morning kick-off. All the ingredients are there to make it a difficult game, tough opponent. So yeah, we're ready.
Do you have a full squad to choose from?
That we'll find that out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I know you have to ask the question, but there are some players we know returning from injury. There's some players that have played a lot of minutes and travelled a long way. So those are things we'll just have to manage. But I'm not going to give away too much the day before. I don't expect Ryan's going to give me too much, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I guess because, obviously, Haji White, Brandon de Sante, they've had long haul flights and stuff. So, I'm guessing they're flying first class and they're not at the very back.
I'm not sure. I think they're travelling okay, but I'm not sure. Different countries travel differently, and the basic fact of those two is that they've had long flights. And had Brandon landed on Wednesday from a particularly long flight, and Haji similar and landed yesterday. So as did Joel. So we just have to manage that as we see, and then it's obviously my call in terms of how ready they are for the match, because we're also going into a 3-game week, which is something to take into consideration with Middlesbrough coming very quickly on Tuesday. So we'll make what decisions we feel are right.
And obviously Jay Da Silva hasn't had to travel so far, but he did play 2 90-minute matches. So again, how's he recovered?
Yeah, good. I'm happy with that. It's a result of someone playing really well for us this season, starting 2 games through his country. He's always in and around the squad. Joe's been there for a long time, but I think it's a sign of his progression last season for us, to be fair, and this season specifically, that he's played those games. So I'm all for players playing to gain confidence, to play at that level. You obviously always just hope that they come back in good condition, and Jay's back.
Okay. Manager of the month went to you, and obviously player of the month as well. Did you celebrate? How do you react when you see something like that?
I was very grateful. It's any achievement, whatever it is in football, is you should appreciate and enjoy. And obviously, when you're on this side, sitting here in my role, you have to appreciate all the people that work hard, which is players specifically, because that's what everybody sees on a match day, but also staff behind the scenes working in the right way to try and to get the right results. So that's nice recognition for everybody in the building. I think that's been going, I think, from probably the start of the season, but this month, yeah, we've had a good month, and that's it. Nice recognition, and we move on.
I don't know when you've seen any of the reaction of the fans. But amongst Coventry City fans, there's always a bit of we don't want to win that, thanks very much, because there's this kind of curse associated with it. Do you are you superstitious? Would you read anything into that?
I can be superstitious. That's definitely not just a Coventry thing. That's obviously a thing that people look at. I mean, I won it and received it last week, which we had a free week. So hopefully that's enough barrier for us to make it not count. And superstitions can bog you down. I think preparing, doing the right thing, trying to prepare as well as you can. This game can kick you when you don't expect it anyway. So I'm not trying to think the things that don't really have a control. We're probably just up here. So we're just trying to get our heads down, prepare well, understand the tough game, the tough nature of this game, and the month is coming. It's a really tough month again. It's a tough period until January now for us. Game.
Yeah, and against some of the clubs higher up the league as well, whereas perhaps before some of the tests haven't been, at this stage of the season, difficult to make comparisons and draw comparisons, etc. But are you looking at this run now ahead to Christmas?
I don't think it matters, especially this early in the season, higher up, because if you look at Sheffield United, we played them in the bottom 3. They've got players who played in the Premier League a lot, many more than us. If you look at Stoke City, they were second behind us, and that was our last game. Teams like Southampton, Ipswich, and that, they're all going to come at some period. We played Leicester away. And then that's talking about those so-called parachutes, etc. But then you play teams that were Blackburn, were near the bottom of the table. We played them, give us a really tough match. There's absolutely no consideration from me. They're absolutely all tough, and you analyse them as they come.
West Brom tomorrow, then 12:30 at the CBS Arena. What are you expecting from them?
A difficult game. They won their last game. Whether their results have been exactly what they wanted, when I watched their performance, I can see that they're a well-organised team, really well organised off the ball, very hard-working team, good players on the ball, like to have some possession, have a fair share of possession. So we may expect that at times, even at the CBS. So we have to approach it in absolutely the right way, because it's going to be a tough game for sure.
And then it's straight into a 3-week, a 3-game stretch. So and then a long journey up to Middlesbrough, obviously Tuesday, and back at the CBS for 3 o'clock the following Saturday. I know you're very much a one game at a time, especially with the players. But what kind of planning are you doing in terms of setting goals, setting ambition for where you'd like to be sitting when you get towards Christmas?
Christmas feels a long way away at the minute because of the games. But but the job's not just to look at the game ahead. When you play 3-game weeks, you're always considerate of physically what the games are going to do after international break. Tuesday, travel to Borough, Charlton at home. Very taxing games, all of them in their own way. So I don't have any points, goals specifically. If you'd have asked us about the points we've got now from the start of the season, absolutely, I'll take it, of course, because of how we've done. But this game can change very quickly, and to predict too far ahead is a nonsense.
Do you take any notice then of the Optus supercomputer when it predicts automatic promotion for Coventry?
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't. I probably read over the headline and don't go into the article. It's one of those. I understand that people do that, but there's too many variables in football. And what we've probably done this so far in the season is outdone everything. I think we've outdone in terms of performance. Our output's been great. Our results have been really good. So we maybe not where people expected us to be at this stage of the season, right at the top. And there are teams that will be coming and all those things, and their squads and what happens to ours, form, fitness. It's too hard to predict. So my job's not to look at that.
Maybe not where people might have expected you to be, but what about where you had thought you could be? Not necessarily expected, but where you thought you could be.
Well, I think this league, and it's a long conversation, but with the parachute system, clearly, there's big discrepancy in what teams financially can have in their squad, what they can spend on their squads. Maybe teams that have come down and been exposed to the Premier League and come down to the Championship, because the Premier League is an incredible league. Then, of course, this league, it's normal to look at the league and expect the teams that come down, and predominantly the ones that maybe go back up, are really contesting for that. We obviously made good strides last year to get ourselves in the equation of playoffs from where we were. But I didn't have any aspirations. Think we'll be top of the league by November, winter break. Absolutely didn't do that. I just focused on what we can do with our players, and the rest we can't control. So I didn't have a clear ambition. I just tried to do my job as well as I could.
In a moment, we're going to speak to Tatsuhiro Sakamoto. Just a word from you on what it's been like for you working with him.
Probably a dream to work with. Probably if not the lowest maintenance players, one of the lowest maintenance players I've ever worked with or even played with, because he comes in. He's a great character in the dressing room, very quiet, but gets on with everybody, never knocks on my door, never asks for anything, just trains brilliantly, prepares brilliantly, delivers in terms of how he plays. And that's an absolute dream for any manager. So everybody here has got a lot of love for Tats.
And he's having a great season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did last year for us. From the moment we came in, you're analysing quickly the players, and it was a clear standout in terms of his ability on the ball and his work ethic off the ball. And for a modern day winger, both of those sides are a must if you want to be a regular, if you want to impact your team as he does. The Sunderland playoff final away from home was an incredible performance from him. For 120 minutes he was outstanding, and I think he's continued on with that this season. And very, very happy to have him here.
Just a couple more questions. The CBS Arena will have more Sky Blues fans in tomorrow than ever before, with the extension of getting more fans in. It's already an enormous atmosphere inside the CBS anyway. Looking forward to there being even more of us.
Absolutely. It's great. It's a good feeling at the moment in the club. The fans are excited. They're coming and supporting us in huge numbers, with huge noise. Stoke away was incredible. The fans throughout the game from beginning to end, and you can never take it for granted. But now it's our thing. So to have more in the stadium, or the stadium packed out with the fans, is great. And I hope they understand that West Brom is going to be a difficult game. We've had some in the last month as well. In this good run of results, difficult games, the fans give you that extra boost. So I'm sure they'll be there for us tomorrow.
We know you didn't get to see the enemy when they performed on that Tuesday night against the match before Sheffield United. Have you managed to see the behind the scenes documentary or catch up on any of it and actually watch it? And did you get to meet them in the end?
No, I didn't get to meet them, and I've seen snippets of the behind the scenes, but literally snippets of it, and I've seen video clearly of them doing their thing on the night, and it was great. I've had so many messages from people in and out of Coventry that were overwhelmed with what we did there. I have to say, if I'm honest, when it was first mentioned to me for sign off to a degree, from my point of view, I was slightly concerned in terms of it's a football match. I'm a bit old school. I want to prep the same way, and all those things. But I think this is a bit different with what this song means to this football club and the enemy and the connection with the fans and the club and the players. And I think it was very well done by everybody in terms of organisation and the boys themselves. So it was a great thing.
And you say Christmas feels a long time away. It's only 34 more big sleeps, just in case it's not so
No,
as you think.
it feels a long way away in football terms. It feels a short way away in terms of having to go and shop for my wife. So I'm fully aware of that, and I'll be running around at the back end of December trying to find things at the last minute, I guess.
Exactly. Thanks, Frank.
Thanks.
How are you, first off?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling good. Yeah, and yeah, we have been very good so far. So yeah, I'm enjoying this moment.
Yes, it's been a good start to the season. Tell me about what it's like in the group at the moment to be playing with Milan and have that connection with him.
I think yeah, obviously he's like one of the best right back in this league. So I'm so happy to play with him, and we have that trust, and we help each other. So yeah, I'm enjoying to play with him. Yeah.
Does he make being in Coventry and playing football here better for you? Does he help you to improve?
Yeah, of course. He's very quick and strong, so he always help my offensive. So even if I struggled to beat the opponent, he joined with me and helped me to beat the opponent. So yeah.
Are you enjoying football in Coventry?
Of course, it's about over 2 years I've joined this team, and yeah, I'm really having a good time in Coventry, and yeah, settled in this team.
And the family, are your family all settled as well?
Yeah, our family loves this city. Yeah, just we moved the house this summer, and yeah, we settled in this a new house as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you make of Coventry, the city, and the fans?
Yeah, the supporters always give us a great atmosphere and give me a big energy, so it's really help us. And yeah, I'm very happy to play in front of the supporters. Yeah.
Do you enjoy when they sing your song?
Yeah, of course. When I scored a goal and make an assist, they sing a song, and yeah, that's really helped me and give me energy. So yeah, I love that song. Yeah.
What ambitions do you have for this season?
Of course, we want to win the league, and obviously we have a chance to win the game at the moment. But it's just 15 games we played, so we all know how difficult to continue this form until the end of season. So we need to just focus on the every single game.
West Brom tomorrow. Are you expecting that to be a difficult game? How have you prepared?
Yeah, it will be a tough game, and they are a good team. So, but just if we show our 100%, we would win the game. So, and we have trained very well this week. So, yeah, we are ready.
Yeah. And it's a busy week with West Brom and then Middlesbrough and then another home game afterwards the next Saturday. Are you preparing for, after a break, then a lot of work?
Yeah, to be honest, it's difficult to play after the international break because we have off and we need to do prepared to play, like work hard. So but honestly, I like to play like a lot of games in the week. So yeah, I'm ready and we are ready. Yeah.
You'll prefer to play
Yeah.
than
Like 2 games in a week.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't like international break, and I don't need a rest. But yeah.
We see that when you
Yeah.
play that you don't need a rest
Yeah.
because you're all the time running. When you joined here, obviously it was Mark Robbins, and now it's Frank Lampard who is the manager. What's it like working with Frank?
Everyone knows he's a legend in the world, so I'm so proud to play under him, and he's a amazing person and a great gaffer as well. So yeah, I want to show him what I can do in the game. So yeah, I'm very proud to play under him. Yeah.
Yeah. And what have you learned from him?
A lot. I cannot explain with my not good English, but
Your English is great.
yeah,
It's
thank
fantastic.
you. Yeah, but yeah, he told me a lot, and he taught me a lot of things, like about defense and of course about offense. So yeah, I loved. Yeah.
And where did you learn so many of the skills that you have, your close ball skills? Is that always been part of your game, or is it something that you worked on?
Sorry, what does it mean?
How am I going to explain that? Little tricks?
Skills.
Oh, the skills.
Skills.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was young, I went to when I was high school student, 12 years old. I trained a lot about that skill. So yeah, and I'm small, so I needed a skill because I didn't have a speed and physical, so I needed to train my a technical things. So
Yeah.
that's why.
And how does it feel to go past a player, well, and score when you have that ability and you have that skill?
Of course, it feels very good, but of course, the one technical is the one of skill is one of my strong point. But it's not only this. My strong point is working hard, show the spirit, the stay high mentality. I think that's why I'm playing in this league, and yeah.
Is it important to you to work hard?
I think yeah, that is most important things for me to play like a high level league. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
And would you like to play, this is a silly question, would you like to play in the Premier League?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's one of the best league in the world, obviously. So I want to play in in Premier League, and obviously we have a chance to play there at the moment. So just need to continue this form until the end of the season. Yeah.
And finally, do you have a message, or can I get a message from you for the fans?
I have always said they are always amazing. Give me like a big energy. So it's been very helpful home and away as well. So I really appreciate the supporters. And yeah, I want to show them the winning of the league. Yeah.
They appreciate you as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.